I purchased the Stealth about 6 months ago and it's completely changed the way I commute in New York City every day. At the time of making this video, I put about 700 miles on this board so far, and I'm glad I waited until now to do this review because I have a lot to talk about. The only how you can tell if a product is worth your troubles is to see how it holds up over time. One of the many reasons why I got the boosted board Stealth is because I'm very impatient and I don't like to get stuck in traffic or deal with delays on trains or buses. The boosted board gives me a lot more freedom when it comes to getting where I need to go in the shortest amount of time possible. I live in New York City, so almost all of the places that I need to get to are within a 10-mile radius, so the boosted board is perfect if you live in a metro city area. The Stealth claims to go a distance range of up to 14 miles with a top speed of 24 miles per hour, but I can tell you right now, you are not getting 14 miles out of this board once you start using the faster speeds. Once you start riding in hyper mode, you can cut that number by half. Equipped with dual belt-driven motors, the Stealth can climb hills with a grade of up to 25% with speed and ease, according to Boosted. The Stealth has 5 riding modes, from beginner to the all-new advanced mode called Hyper. The trucks are 190mm and the wheels are 85mm, with the wheels having a gray finish. The Stealth is a 38-inch longboard with a super flex composite deck with a lightweight poplar core. That will definitely help you when you run over those unforgiving potholes. The battery on the Stealth takes me about an hour and a half to fully charge from a dead battery. The battery also has a 5-dot LED indicator to show how much power is used or left over on the board. So far, I haven't had a good reason to remove mine yet, but the battery is fully removable and replaceable just in case you wanted to swap batteries to go longer distances. At first, I had to get used to this design of remote control, coming from a remote control with a finger hold for better grip, but after using it every day, it became second nature to me. See my how to use the boosted board remote on my YouTube channel. I'll leave a link in the description. The acceleration and braking on all modes are very smooth and responsive. I haven't had one disconnect on the remote control yet. When I'm going those top speeds and I need to hit those brakes hard and fast to avoid a collision, I can do so with confidence knowing that I can rely on Boosted's Bluetooth connection to stay strong when I need it the most. So props to Boosted for that. The boosted board is not easy to carry around with you. This board weighs 17 pounds, so if your arms aren't strong, they will be after carrying this thing around with you for a few weeks. The way I carry the boosted around with me is that I grab the front trucks and roll the board from the back wheels. The only downside to doing that is if you have shred lights as I do, they can take a beating from scraping all over the ground. So be very careful not to damage your lights or accessories when you're carrying your skateboard around. I personally recommend getting some bash guards for your boosted Stealth. I've noticed that the tail end of my board is starting to take some wear and tear from sitting the board on the tail end when I travel on a train or while I'm online at the supermarket with the Stealth in my hand. It's a great investment and I really wish that I had bought one the day I purchased the Stealth. Although I did say the battery is removable, it does not have a quick release bracket for easy swaps. You must bring tools with you to remove the 6 Allen key screws holding the battery in place before you can do the swap. And don't you drop or lose any of those screws because your battery won't stay on the board without them. The motors on the Stealth were the first things to start giving me issues. One motor started making a loud grinding noise 200 miles in, and the other motor started doing the exact same noise 200 miles after. Thank God I still had a warranty with Boosted, so Boosted sent me some replacement motors and I was back on the road in a few days. Boosted was straightforward and honest, telling me that they are aware of the motor issues and it's a manufacturer's defect, and they are willing to work with me in case any of the other motors malfunction in the future, even if I'm out of warranty, so that made me feel a lot better. These motors are $100 each, so I want to get the most use out of them before having to exchange them. One of the many features that I like about Boosted is that they have an app. The app gives you information on battery life, distance calculator, it even shows you how many miles you've gone so far. You can even switch between speed modes in the app and more. Although the official Boosted app is convenient, it could be better. I feel as though they could have added more useful features to the app. I now use a third-party app called Ride. This is free and it has a little bit more features than the Boosted app. Since I've started using Ride, I've hardly ever gone back to Boosted app. It does everything the Boosted app can do and more. Compared to a lot of other electric longboards, the Boosted Stealth is fast for the league that it's in. I've clocked myself going as fast as 24 to 28 miles an hour on hyper mode. Now you can go the 14-mile distance Boosted claims, but you can only do that on beginner mode, which is one of the slowest modes on the board. When I can, I'm always riding on hyper mode. I'm about 189 pounds on a good day, and I can only get 6 miles tops on hyper. I shuffle between expert, pro, and hyper depending on how far I have to go. If I'm going to my local supermarket, which is about 3 miles away total from the front of my door back to my door, I leave it on hyper mode. I live in Brooklyn, and my office is in Lower Manhattan, which is literally 8 miles away. What I do is simply leave it on expert modes, and I can get there with battery life to spare. When I first got the board out the box, the trucks were a little loose. It was great for carving, but when I started using the higher speeds, I had to tighten up those trucks a little bit because I was getting some serious speed wobble. Only you can find the sweet spot when it comes to how tight or loose you want those trucks, but when you do, it makes a hell of a difference. So in conclusion, the Boosted Board Stealth has changed my life in so many different ways in a short amount of time. At first, it was a little bit of a challenge getting used to riding an electric skateboard, but look at me now. I take this board with me almost everywhere I go. Because of this Boosted board, I've met so many people and made so many new skater friends. My knowledge about electric vehicles has grown so quickly over the past 7 months that I never thought it possible. You just gotta put aside your fears, don't be afraid, get on that board and live your life and have some fun. Okay, at first I thought helmets were really dorky looking. I wanted to be one of those guys to ride around with no helmet thinking I'm cool, but now this Rorock helmet is my lifeline. I've personally seen some of these e-riders fall off their vehicles and they were so happy that they were wearing their helmet. So if you're thinking about picking up one of these Boosted boards or the new Boosted scooters coming out this season, please remember to add a helmet to your budget because that can save your life. My name is Michael Hurdle from the Michael Hurdle Production Studio, helping you render your imagination when it comes to video production, 3D animation, and visual effects, and now skateboards and helmets and lights on a small or no budget at all. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for this 700-mile Boosted board review, and if you liked the video, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't like the video, you can always hit the thumbs down, but if you did like the video, please don't forget to subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell so as soon as I upload another video, you'll be the first ones to know. Now, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram handle is Skate with Mike. That's Skate with Mike. Once again, my name is Michael Hurdle from the Michael Hurdle Production Studio, rendering your imagination. And I'll talk to you guys the next time I upload a video.